Heaton Stannington!
Hello and welcome to the Willow Park for the very first game of the season as Stocksbridge Park Steels here are away to Heaton Stannington. I am your commentator Adam Allcroft for this beautiful sunshiny afternoon here in Newcastle as the Steels look to bounce back. Last year we returned to step 3. It didn't go to plan. We finished bottom of the table and have been relegated back to the NPL East. Waiting for us are last year's surprise packages in the NPL East. Heaton Stannington, a year after narrowly avoiding relegation, they impressed as they came 7th in the table. Not far off those playoff spots, something that not many would have predicted at the start of the year. Now Heaton will want to push on and claim a spot in the top 5, while Stocksbridge would like to return to step 3 at the first attempt on John Lemon's first full season in charge. Let's go through the teams for you. For Heaton Stannington, it's Daniel Lister in goal, then Alexander Phil, Jonathan Crisp, Michak Kanda, Daniel Catewell, Joe Shepherd, Cameron Gascoigne, Connor Walker, Dale Pearson, Cyril Gerard and Sado Jallo. On the bench is Benjamin Milburn, Leighton Hopper, Max Story, Kane Morris and Thomas Boothroyd. For the Steels, it's Ben Townsend in goal, then Tom Charlesworth, Will Sutton, Connor Smythe, Chris Bamira, Charlie Oglesby, Harry Spooner, Alex O'Connor, Romario Dunn, Louis Ward and Thomas Poole. On the bench is Reece Clegg, Matty Lee, Finley Dyer, Ollie Metcalf and Jack Dolman. Before the game kicks off today, we are going to have a minute's applause. This is after the passing of Heaton Stannington's former chairman, Bill Colwell. He's had 45 years at this club working as a player, a manager, secretary, cleaner, barman, groundsman, trustee and then finally chairman. And even worked in the can van that's behind the car park to our right. People like him are why non-league are what it is and why non-league even exists, because if it weren't for people like him, clubs like Heaton Stannington would not exist. And as we see, everyone at Stocksbridge passes on all their respects to Heaton Stannington in this time, and all our away fans will join in as we have a minute's applause to mark
This week we learned of the
start
passing
of
of a
the
Heaton Stan legend,
game.
Bill Colwell. Bill was loved by us all as much as he loved the stand. On the referee's whistle, please join us in a minute's applause to celebrate the life of one of our own, Bill Colwell.
Very well, as a minute's applause here for the passing of Bill Colwell. And now the game's set to go away. Stocksbridge Park Steels just having a team talk between themselves on the edge of the centre circle while Heaton get back into position. Both teams here will be aiming top 5. It's one of the unique little things that's happened today is that because the FA Cup starts today, the only teams in action are the ones that do not have to play in the preliminary round. That means basically you've got the 2 relegated teams, us and Morpeth, as well as the top 7. The only team not included because of how many of the top 5 that weren't promoted are Bradford Park Avenue, who start the season with a bye. So Stocksbridge Park Steels will get us underway. Louis Ward standing over the ball. Actually, while we stopped, Alex O'Connor will get us underway instead. And here we go. The 2026-27 season gets underway. Stocksbridge Park Steels in the brand new yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks came from right to left, while Heaton Stannington in the black and white striped shirts, black shorts, black socks came from left to right. It's a very familiar kit in this part of the world. The Stocksbridge get an early free kick from about 30 yards out. So an early opportunity for Stocksbridge in this game. Alex O'Connor will stand over that, ready to, as Stocksbridge send Charlie Oaks and Chris Burke-Meara up front to try and see if they can create an opportunity. Ball in, headed away by Phil, and it gets out to the left-hand side. Spooner will try closing calls. It will go out for a throw-in close to the flag for the Steels. Spooner quickly throws it back to Charlesworth, tries to get it into the box, takes a bounce before it's cleared away by Shepherd. Sutton will track this as it goes back to Ben Townsend in the bright orange shirt. It's not a great kick, but obviously flicks it on, but it's just going to go right back here to Walker. Quickly out to left-hand side. Heaton Stannington working quickly at the moment. To Jallow, but well, I thought he might have fouled his man. He hasn't done so. It goes out for a Heaton throw. We will, of course, keep you up to date with scorelines happening elsewhere. There's already one replay confirmed in the FA Cup. Horbury Town have drawn 1-1 with Goldcar. Heaton Stannington are going to go with a long throw today from the left-hand side, very close to the flag. Throw just gets caught in the air, it looks like, very high. O'Connor just about heads out, but it only gets returned here to the left-hand side. It's Connor Walker on the ball, looking for the cross, goes in the ball, but stepped in by Charlesworth, who will clear away. It was Tom Charlesworth who was sent off on his last visit here to Heaton Stannington, just before Christmas in 2024. Back with the keeper, Daniel Lister, now for Heaton. Gets it short here to Kanda. Now out to the right to Phil. Heaton in their own half. Bull pressing, who's taking up spot on the left wing with Spooner on the right. So Lister out into defence and carried on forward by Shepherd. Trying to get on the other side, just gets it wrong, and it will go out for Stocksbridge throw. So Charlesworth will get the ball back here. On a very warm day here in Newcastle. As Charlesworth launches the ball downfield. Good strong header away though. Looking for Jallow, but Oglesby heads it back. Just caught in first Kanda on the ball. Trying to let it pass forward. It's a lovely little touch, but then intercepting the Stockbridge trying to take it forward. It's Will Sutton on the break. Ball around the outside looking for Romario Dunn on the left wing. Finds him well. In the box, Romario Dunn on the left. Great stuff in Chandler. Dunn keeps it. Just needs to get the ball in. Tries it. Blocked off Dunn. Cable still battering for it. No foul given as Dunn goes to the ground. Dunn still competing. And dangling leg. Cable could have gone down. He's being quite honest, the defender. And the ball cleared away. Walker trying to bring it down and does do so. Facing his own goal for now. Back it goes to Crisp. Some good footwork to avoid the challenge for Alex O'Connor, one of the various former Dunstan players here, Crisp. Passed it to Jallow, who's one of the others. Back with Crisp it goes now. So we'll look to send the diagonal forward. Headed on by Jallow, and Bo Moreira will just follow that. It goes out for a goal kick. 3 minutes gone in this game, so it's 0-0. In the FA Cup, Consett have taken lead against North Shields. Isaac Walker, of course, Consett could be our opponents on Tuesday. If that game ends up being a draw, we will have no game, as that will go to a replay. Back for Townsend, who will send that forward. Head away by Shepherd. Being brought down well here by Pearson. Out to the left to Jallow. Just being forced outside here a bit. To Girard, former Ashington man. Mill to Kanda. Evades the challenge smartly. Out left to Girard. He's going to run at the defence now. Looking to get the ball in. Charlesworth got fainted out for a bit, but Girard now puts the ball across and blocked out by Alex O'Connor. Poole initially was trying to see if he could get a counter, but just backed off for a bit. Phil on the ball now. Around the outside here, onto the right wing of for Heaton. Look for space. If will get it away, and he'll go for a throw in near the front of the main stand here. So Phil will take this throw in. Back to Capewell. And he gets it back after 2 to Kanda now. Easily pressed but evades it. It's Gascoigne on the ball. Switches it out to Crisp. Takes it forward to Jallow now. Back to Crisp, and it's Mill Kanda. Heaton Stannington do spread the ball about well here, and they've got a great ball onto the right wing. Poole will look to defend, and it's a good tackle on Thomas Poole, and Stocksbridge come away with the ball. Poole forward to Dunn, who will look to hold the ball up. Being forced backwards though, back to Will Sutton in the left back spot. Sends it long, and Spooner was lucky to chase that, and he's just had a little shove. It's a smart little shove and a clearance from Capewell. Good heading forward. It's great one-touch balls there from Heaton. Found Jallow in the middle, back to Chris. Heaton's seen more of the ball in the early parts of this game, but Charles have just won the ball well. Just turning away, trying to avoid challenge, got into a bit of trouble. It kind of just has forward now. Spooner, they're shoving him nothing given. It's always going to be a physical game, and it's proving to be. Loose past that. O'Connor gets first onto now. Dunn, who just slips as he tries to get onto the ball, and that'll be cleared away. Capewell then with the clearance. Charles will just track that as it goes back. And I think it's going to actually go out for a throw-in, which I don't think Stocksbridge initially thought it would. So back, Charles will take that throw-in right next to the corner flag. Launch forward now by the right back, who's forward, getting into the middle by Heaton. But then a poor pass back came off Capewell the last touch. It will be a Stocksbridge throw-in as they have to go forward. Steels were ahead by now the last time they faced Heaton Stannington. It took a goal in 30 seconds for James Morris. What would end up being a 1-1 draw, a late equaliser from Heaton Stannington, meaning Stocksbridge had to share the points the week before Christmas. Charles launches the ball forward, headed away by Chris and into the middle, but Ward, with the first few touches, he took the ball, tried to hook it forward, but cleared away. Oglesby took it forward, so trying to keep possession. Charles was forced to go back, and that clearance is blocked and goes out for a Stocksbridge throw. Both teams just feeling their way into this game. In a local scoreline to here, Redcar Town have taken the lead against Newcastle Benfield in the FA Cup. Jaden Gray, the goal scorer. Over and forward again, Capewell will head it back, and very strong defender Capewell, who's played at Set 4 for several years. Played at Consett as well before coming to Heaton. He goes out for a Heaton throw-in. Back in defence it will go now as Heaton looks to build from the back. Capewell on the ball. Right to Phil. Takes the touch. Back into defence it will go, and over to Capewell. And now over to Chris. Slow build from Heaton. Stocksbridge stayed in shape, trying to make it as hard as possible for the home team. Capewell tried to have a little touch, and it just took a bounce in the air, and not only that, Girard, good work from him to keep possession with the home team. Now Kanda. There's a little pace, trying to get past Dunn, but Dunn just holds him to it on the halfway line, goes back to Capewell, goes short to Shepherd. Heaton Stannington trying to play some football here, but Armstrong will break through the Stocksbridge shape as he goes to Chris. They're in the Stocksbridge half now. Loop ball into the middle, looking for Jallow. It's a good ball. Jallow turns well, beats Bamira there, but then well in from Charlesworth. Townsend just launches that away. It was a good football from Heaton. Out for a Heaton throw on this right-hand side. Throw around the right, and then out again for another throw. It'll be another Heaton throw. So, just to let you know, with the main stand here is very close to the left. It's to the left-hand side goal here. Yeah, we do struggle to see what's happening in the right wing because of the mass of people on the fence. He has just gone out for a Stocksbridge goal kick though, so Steels will retain possession. Very hello to everyone who's listening. See you like Rovers Inside, Adam Teasdale, Sir Allcroft. Thank you very much for tuning in this afternoon. Townsend first had his goal kick, 9.5 minutes gone, 0-0. Right, Bishop Auckland have had a good start to the FA Cup. They're already leading 2-0 against Birtley Town. Gary Martin scored the second. Ball forward. Dunn heads it on. It goes to Spooner. Gets out right to Charles, who charges forward now. Good run from Charles here. Tries to put an early ball in. It's blocked, but Charles just allowed that to go out for the throw-in. Opportunity for Stocksbridge to make something here on the right side to Spooner. Back to Charles. Good first touch onto the right. Just needs the cross. He's been blocked off really well by Kander. That's very clever play. Charles there just, I think, just took a bit of a knock as he went through. He just lowered himself down, crouching. Maybe just a little bit winded there. Just get up now and should be able to continue. Short now from Heaton to Capewell. Now Shepherd. Getting back to Capewell as Heaton again. Bill from the back, happy to pass it from the back. Being very patient so far, and it did almost pay off from last time. And here's another really good ball to Giroud. So just cuts a bit more too much on the inside. Obviously, if something Heaton decides to target is to these quick switches as they move down the right wing in a good position, looking for the cross at the moment. On that right hand side, here comes a cross in, and Ogilvy just returns that over for a throw in on the right wing. So back on the right hand side now is Heaton. Forget the throw in, back in, they just keep on the right hand side, and so they will now just redistribute it back in defence. With Crisp in the centre circle, over to the right now to Capewell. Advances forward, cutting now is Giroud, trying to switch the ball over to Jala, but Charles have cut it out headway. Spooner trying to get onto Station, gets the tackle in there on Chris, but Chris coming away with the ball, forced backwards. Kander on the ball now, and Dunn just staying down after the tackle. Will though get back up just slowly. Heaton happy pass. There's a poor pass. Dunn's going to try and see if he can get onto this. Kander will be the first to it back to the keeper. Just a little hairy moment for the Heaton Stannington defence. Just Capewell. And now pass it over to Phil. Back in defence now. With Capewell, who will come forward with it. Now over to Shepherd now. Chris. What a great touch up. Spooner was trying to get into him though, and did get it away. Long ball forward, looking for Giroud. Oh, then it's Ogilvy having to deal with that. And Giroud going bundled down. Appeals from the fans. No appeals from the players, though. Plenty of the young fans desperate for a penalty kick behind there, but I think the fact that no one else appealed for it would suggest that was just normal physical play between the two players. All touch over to Will Sutton. Control it. Trying to get it round the outside here. Louis Ward trying to keep it in. He does keep... Oh, according to the referee, it has gone out of play. I'm not too sure about that, but he'll be afraid. The first goal of the MPL East season has been scored, and it's by Dunstan, who have taken lead against Matlock Town. Nick Bellardo, lead goal scorer. Former Morpeth man. As Schroeder gets out to the left-hand side, it's Gaz going. Back into the middle, forward, pass up to a little loose for a second, but managed to get on it. Charlesworth now, managed trying to bundle away, and he earns a foul as well, so Stockbridge have a free kick just inside their own half. Steele will be looking to see if they can get forward a bit more. Heaton and Stannington have had more of the ball, probably roughly about 60% possession, I'd say. Yeah, 66 possession for Heaton Stannington at the moment in this game as Townsend looks to switch this on to the right hand side. Headed away will be a throw in. West Auckland have taken the lead in their FA Cup tie. That goal being scored by Kieran Jackson. They're away at Yarm and Eaglescliff. Charles throws it in, gets it back to Charles. Tries to cross in, takes a block. It will be a corner kick, our first corner of the game, and a chance for the Steels to try and carve out an opportunity. So Thomas Poole, who is a set-piece specialist, will come on to take this from the right-hand side, from centre to our left, which is the allotment end, because there is a legitimate allotment behind the goal in the stadium and a greenhouse. Looks like he's going to take this left-footed, though, as an in-swinger. It's not his usual foot. Cross going in and almost got to it there. Here comes a strike and then over the bar from Louis Ward. First real shot on target at the end. Louis Ward just couldn't get his body over it, and he sends a decent chance over the bar. Stocksbridge pressing here, but Heaton Stannington have the ball comfortably in their defence. They have had more on the ball so far, but so Stocksbridge probably had the best chance, just a half chance that fell to Louis Ward as it goes out for a steal showing in their own half. Back here for Sutton to take a throw in. Throw-in goes in, Dunn heads it into the middle, Louis Ward brings it down. Big boom ball into the air, I think, for Spooner to try and track it. It's actually going to be close to Alex O'Connor. Fall bounce quite nicely to him as he heads it back to Charlesworth. Taking the touch, lays it on the right to Spooner. Will now run the defence, he'll want to put a cross in. Ball forward, it's fell nicely to Louis Ward, he's onside, tries the shot, it's blocked, still got the ball, Ward needs to find an option. Back it goes here to Spooner, puts the ball in, blocked, and it falls to a Heaton man, and a big opportunity falls, and now here comes a counter-attack, looking for Sado Jallo. Oglesby will hope to have that covered, it looks like he has. He'll end up just booting that one out for throw. Big opportunity for the young Louis Ward. I think he just looked a bit rabbit in headlights for a second then as he went clear. Good save by Daniel Lister in the Heaton goal. Would have been a potential offside goal. As here comes the throwing cross into it. It's a good looking cross, and Townsend has to track that because it would have snuck in if he hadn't done so. Oh. By the way, Saltland do a 1-0 up. Have just had a player sent off. The man who scored, Kieran Jackson, has been given his marching orders. Ball forward. Romero didn't quite get headed away by Walker. Contested midfield, done just down the fit crowd, so he can't do anything as it's cleared away, but will go out. It looks like that should go out for a throw into Stocksbridge. 17.5 minutes gone. Stocksbridge have had two good opportunities, both fell to Louis Ward. Neither taken. Well thrown forward, but headed back in by Cape Well. Oglesby tried to contest, that's gone out to the left hand side. Stocksbridge will clear to Spooner, touch into the middle, Dunn trying to take away, and then goes to Ward, who knocks it over the top. Lister well out of his goal to get to that. He'll have to get this right, and he does. It's a great booming forward that Jallo will look to chase. He might just sneak through here. He's going to get the ball on the right hand side. Oglesby weren't able to get it off him. Back out to the right, crossing, good looking cross, blocked by Smythe. And then it's Ward who will just pass this out to Poole, who loses it here. And Heaton Stannington will keep this attack going. Capewell forward. Back it goes here to Shepherd, now out to Crisp. Cutting it into the middle. Trying to switch, but now over with Gerard, who seems to be everywhere on the pitch so far in this game. Ball out to the right, just a bit over hit, will go out for a Stocksbridge goal kick. So we are trying to keep you up to date with some of the other scores happening elsewhere with teams local. As well as MPLS games, MPLS teams, any local games in the League Cup today that started. Sheffield Wednesday are currently 0-0 with Bolton Wanderers. Headed back into midfield. Sutton got somewhat ahead of that. Oglesby will probably get it away. Now Sutton, who will launch for, is looking for Spooner. Wants to sneak in behind the defender, but well shepherded away by Shepherd. Out to Crisp. Kick forward, clearing. It's trying to get in the ball back, and they have done. Charles has done a really good job here. Ball going down, and he will get a free kick very close to the Stocksbridge bench on the far side. So back with Charles to take the free kick. Launching the ball forward, and Chris should just be able to have that for a throw-in. So Stocksbridge have a throw-in very close to the corner flag in a good position. Big opportunity now for the Steels to make something. As Charles will have a throw-in in. Connor and Spooner just broke away, and it's been thrown right into the middle of the box to Dunn, who looked to turn, but well clear away by Capewell. Back it goes to Oglesby, who's trying to head it out to the right-hand side, flicked on by Charles of 2 Dunn, who bounces, just fall a bit favourable to him, but then overhit the pass. Spooner tries to get to that before it goes out, but it will go out for the goal kick. Stocksbridge have improved after the first 10 minutes where Heaton dominated possession. Stocksbridge having the better of it at the moment.
That's part of the fun of it. People kind of struggling to find something.
It's a short goal kick that's just been given right to Shepherd, now out to Chris. Stocksbridge pressing a bit more confidently now. Back with Capewell. Scored against Stocksbridge for Concert several years ago, Daniel Capewell. 3-2 loss at Brackenmore back in 2023. As Gascoigne tries to ping the ball forward, headed away, and Stocksbridge could get forward again. Alex O'Connor take the ball down the right hand side to Harry Spooner. Can he get a cross in? He's just been controlled well by Chris. Spooner holding on to the ball, tried the back heel to get past, blocked by Chris. It was a clever attempt by Spooner. He is still pressing here as Gascoigne's clearance is blocked by Spooner, and he goes out for a throw-in. The key thing with Harry Spooner is trying to get the ball. He wants to get the ball into the box. We saw that a lot against Hull City on Tuesday night. If he can keep on doing that, he'll likely get some goals this year. As Stocksbridge tried to get the ball back, and it will just be passed out play by Heaton. Right in front of the Heaton bench this time. Playing with Charlesworth, who will launch the throw in down here. He's looking for Dunn, headed by Heaton, and some good footwork there. They get away, but blocked by Charlesworth. There's a tackle, keep going, good touch in the middle. O'Connor back to the right to Harry Spooner. Just didn't put the crossing back to O'Connor, will put the crossing, goes to the far side, brought down by Poole, falls to Dunn, and he just bounces away from him in the end. And Gerard, who's dropped deep, is going to try and get this one away, and he does. It's lovely footwork from him now, gets it out right here to Phil. He tries to hit forward to Jallo, pass into the middle to Gerard. Evading a tackle from Ward. If he would have been a foul if he'd been clever about that. Shepherd. Short to Capewell. Bringing it forward. Looking for the switch ball, which has done well. Nice header into the middle from that switch on the left wing, and been held up well by Dale Pearson, another former Dunstan man that's here. Stocksbridge do get a tackle, and it's just going to go back to Chris, to one of the other former Dunstan men. Switch ball here to Capewell in the centre of defence. He will carry this forward. Over to Phil on the right hand side. Back it goes. Capewell. Over to Shepherd, and now to Chris. Ping forward, intercepted by O'Connor forward. Spooner on the halfway line. Back to Charles, who I think just hit that forward without much real hope of that going to any Stocksbridge player. Back it with Shepherd now. Back to Lister. Dunn is pressing it, but not a heavy press, as it's with Capewell again. Out to the right to Phil. Now Capewell carrying it forward. Now to Kanda. O'Connor trying to trigger the press and almost winning the ball off him. Back to Capewell, which is a bit, I think, the safe pass there. And he's a nice little ball forward. Back to Gascoigne. Looks to switch it over the top, looking here for Chris. It's just bounced ahead of him, and it will go out for Stocksbridge throw-in. Back with Charlesworth. 24 minutes gone, 0-0 here. Wonder if we were going to get a drinks break then, but not, because I heard the whistle. But no, I think we've kicked those out of the game after how unpopular the World Cup. As here comes Gerard coming forward. Spoon almost clutching into it, gets the ball back, and then ball forward blocked, and will go out for a Stocksbridge throw. Back with Charlesworth now. Launch forward, head away, but it will be out for another throw, but further forward for the Steels. Both teams looking for goals. Stocksbridge had the best opportunities. Louis Ward had a one-on-one save by Lister. Ball forward. John tries to head in the middle, blocked by Kander, but then falls here. Two Warder takes an effort, and it's right at Lister, who spills it, but no one was challenging for it. He's going to just take it to field. The Ward is involved in everything at the moment, but hasn't got his shooting boots on so far. As Oakley just has to launch one away into the... Well, just manages to stay within the boundary of the pitch. It will be a throw. Running forward, goes over the top. Shallow will look to chase that, and Bamira just trying to marshal him out, and he does. It will go out for a Stocksbridge goal kick.
No, you missed.
Back with Townsend now. Ball forward here, and Kander heads away, brought down well by Gerard, and then Smythe looking down. Advantage will be advantage initially was given, but then I think when the run of Conor Walker looked like he wasn't going to go anywhere, they've pulled it back for free kick. Rossington Main are 1-0 down in the FA Cup to 1874 Northwich. We went out to the FA Cup to them a couple of years ago. In a local game, Shildon are 2-0 up on Blythe Town. Ben Ray has scored the latest. Free kick will be taken out to the right side. Here comes the ball. It's a bit of a routine that Sutton had read and is headed out. Will be the first corner of the game for Heaton Stannington. North Ferriby had gone 1-0 down to St Helens, but have equalised. Lewis Dennison, the goal scorer. And Whitley Bay have just retaken lead against Easington Collar and Mackenzie Sharp. 2-1 there. Here comes the corner into the far post. Oglesby with a good header goes out to left-hand side. Kander is the first man to it, looking to get it into a good crossing position. Lays it short here to Gerard. Ball low, blocked. Falls back to Gerard on the left-hand side. It's a bit of a rise in that left-hand corner of the pitch. Here comes another good-looking ball in. Dunn back defending, heads that away. Spooner clears. The pressure will be kept on though. Back to Chris. Launches down the ball into the box. Late from Capewell, and it's somehow not bundled in by Jallow at the far post. And Poole will head it to left-hand side. Somehow Steele survived that one. Ball here away, and Oglesby heads that forward, and now it's with Alex O'Connor who will take it forward. Ball forward looking for Spooner. It's not a great pass, well intercepted. Back here with the number 2, Phil. Back to Chris Snow, who's dropped quite close to him to sort of centre that role. He's looking for the switch now, and heavy touch forward, but Gerard will keep it here on the left-hand side. He was the one who's dictating that attack, and looks like to be their most dangerous player so far. Ball back here to Capewell. Now Phil. So it goes back in defence with Capewell. Now Shepherd. Over to Kander. As they hurry to keep it in defence at the moment while they probe to see what gaps there are in the Stocksbridge defence. That's the middle now here to Jallow. It's a loop pass now. Spooner gets on the halfway line. Running at defence, well in by Shepherd though. Stops Spooner from going any further forward. In defence now with Shepherd. Again, Heaton Stannington with a happy to have this quite slow pace, and it's this big switch that they've used a few times, and this time they can't bring it down on the right wing. Stocksbridge will get the throw-in. Shildon now 3-0 upon Blythe Town. Jack Blackford the scorer, and that's in the FA Cup. And Bertley have got one back against Bishop Auckland. James Proctor the scorer. As well in from O'Connor, cleared away, but only back to Crisp, and Heaton are back having the better of the play and at the moment. Currently, Catewell on the ball, the man who's probably seen most of the ball of anyone. Back it goes into the defence. With Crisp again, bolting forward, and Jallow just can't hold on to that one. Bamir, a good tackle from him. Tries to get forward, but then loses a ball here, and Stocksbridge just not able to turn defence into attack at the moment. Onto the left-hand side as ball pinged back to Gerard. He has been absolutely everywhere for Heaton Stannington in this game.
Hello.
Catewell back into defence. Catewell just keep the ball. Looks like to Chris, short pass. Charles are trying to get to it. Had a little push on his man, but Heaton keep the ball no matter what here. It's Catewell on it again in their own half. Advances forward, trying the ball into forward, but just a 2 over hit will go out for a goal kick. 31 minutes gone, the rings 0-0 here. Frickley have taken the lead against Campion in the FA Cup. Liam Flanagan, the scorer. And the ball will be back with Townsend now. Oh, an update. We will face the winners of Wythenshawe Town versus Cheadle Town in the next round of the FA Cup, and Cheadle have taken the lead. Again, we'll be at Bracken Moor, whoever wins that one. As O'Connor just lumped the ball high up into the air. Dunn's trying to contest it, just gets it out to the right. So O'Connor tries to get it over. Spooner's wants to be his man, but Chris just got a bit of pace on him there. Not a great one out of Chris, but Chris went down under a slight push from Spooner. Nothing was given, but the Listers rescued him there. I think Chris was trying if I go down, I might get rescued by the referee, as Townsend collects one in the box with Jallow, putting a lot of pressure on him. It would be interesting if that led to an opportunity. Ball forward looking for Dunn, but headed away, and then O'Connor tries to return it forward, but then Catewell just launches it forward. O'Meara now, good head forward from him, looking for Spooner, but return away, and it will be Sutton who gets this with a bit of time now. He tries forward in the block, and now this could be an opportunity here for Heaton as Connor Walker gets onto his own clearance and block. Ball into the middle, falls to Dale Pearson. It's juggling down, back out here to Gerard, with the outside of the foot goes just wide. Goal kick. Good opportunity for Heaton. It was a mistake from Will Sutton that Connor Walker put a good ball in across, just it didn't fall right for Dale Pearson, and Gerard just couldn't keep it on target. It remains 0-0. Back Townsend, who gets his goal kick all wrong as it goes out for a Heaton throw. Interesting scoreline for you by Portsmouth, leading 1-0 against West Ham United in the League Cup. Back in the first round they are today. Up to Lister. Forward into defence with Shepherd. Show to the right wing here, where I think a lot of success has come from so far. On to middle, just a loose pass. Bamira will clear that way first time. Dunn hold down to chest, then Louis Ward escapes from a challenge really well. Louis Ward gets caught under his feet a bit, but still continues to run. Louis Ward, fantastic ball, has been closed out by Kanda. Got very confident there, Louis Ward, before Kanda was able to just shut him down. Ball forward into defence, out to Caroline Frost, going listening from work. Ball being forward here from Phil. Bamira does enough to head away under the very challenge of the very experienced Shadow Jallow. Then it's going out to his left side, so pass out through to Louis Ward. Bounces forward, Harry Spooner's calling for it. Harry Spooner runs through, can he get the first touch? He does. Bounces awkwardly, and Lister just about gets the look for Heaton. Spooner couldn't get it round him. And he's going to send a quick diagonal here, trying to catch out Stocksbridge, who come forward. Looking here for Gascoigne, and Charles does just enough to get it out for Heaton throw. Cameron Gascoigne, who is the nephew of the other Gaza that made his name round here. As it's on the left-hand side. Easington have equalised against Whitley Bay. Heaton Stannington has scored. And back into Girard, who puts the ball into the middle. Sutton will head it away. Falls to Louis Ward, who's got some space to run into. But he's going to slow it down in the middle to Smythe. Smythe trying to jump through, trying to slip through to Dunn, does do so. It's a good pass. Dunn turns away from pressure, and he ends up losing the ball to Girard, who has been absolutely everywhere in this game. Back to Phil. Now Girard again. Been very impressive performance from him so far. Kanda. Now Shepherd again. Again, Heaton hit this slow pace that they've enjoyed so far. Capewell. Handing the ball to Pearson, knocked out left, but then Sutton will clear that way. Dunn will chase. Should be covered here though by Capewell, who will return it back to Lister. Now Capewell. Back out here to the number 5 Capewell, and then Phil will chip it back to Lister. Takes time with the goalkeeper. And gets it forward here. And out to left, just past Spooner, who almost intercepted that pass forward as Chris holds on to the ball. In the middle to Kanda, back it goes into defence. Over to the keeper now, forward to Capewell. Big possession game from Heaton with 67% possession at the moment. As Girard looks to switch it to the left-hand side, but the offside flag is up, and Stocksbridge will get the ball back for a free kick.
A big thanks to each and every one of you for joining us here at the Willow Park this afternoon. The attendance is a fantastic 486.
486 here at Heaton Stannington today to celebrate the start of the season. And Whitley Bay have had a player sent off, Mackenzie Sharp, who's already scored in that game as well. Townsend trying to get it forward to the right hand side. Spooner heads up into the air trying to get forward, but then away by Chris. Charlesworth returns it. Dunn will chase, but then headed away by Shepherd. Bumira gets enough of the header onto it. Smythe trying to get forward. His header was blocked, but it's fallen back to Smythe. Back Charlesworth trying to get down the channel, but headed away by Shepherd, who's kept control of Dunn well in this game so far. And Charlesworth trying to get forward, just went up the air. Will go out for a Heaton throw-in. 38 minutes gone. It's 0-0 here. Do like some interesting scorelines. It is currently, as we get to the last 10 minutes game, Deeping Rangers 3, Barton Town 7 in the FA Cup. Down over in Lincolnshire. Stocksbridge will launch the ball forward, but will go out for a throw-in for the home team. Back here with Chris for the throw-in. Ball launched forward, and Smythe put his head in there, and it was a high foot, so Stocksbridge will get a free kick. So a chance for Stocksbridge to get the ball into the box as they try to. It's actually in a good position. I wonder if I think Alex Scott may have taken a couple of yards on that the referee's not noticed. So the chance for the Steels to get a good ball into the box. Charlie Oglesby and Chris Bumira has gone up for this. Oglesby standing in an offside spot, but he does quickly return to it. A kind of ball into the middle. Oglesby with a header, and it's just wide from Charlie Oglesby. Great diving header from the defender making his second debut for the Steels, and it's just wide of the far post. Very, very good chance. Great ball from Alex O'Connor. That one has to be applauded. Oglesby just can't keep his diving header on target. So 10 goals in his first spell for the Steels over 2 seasons, Charlie Oglesby. And he weren't far off on there as Dunn challenges. Back, Spooner trying to stretch for it. Got a knock onto it, but it will be Chris coming away with Spooner challenging. And Spooner has won the ball here for the Steels. Goes forward, out to Dunn, back to Charlesworth. Out to the right now here to O'Connor. Out for Spooner, who will look for a cross. He just slips at the wrong time. And it will go back to the keeper. Minutes gone here. In a local scoreline in the Carabao Cup, Wigan Athletic are 1-0 up on Barnsley. Dara Costello, the goal scorer for the Latics. As ball goes forward, and Dunn will try to get this on the left wing for Stocksbridge. He's a few options of helping. He hasn't really got him though. He'll have to get back to Sutton. Played into middle to Dunn. He's dropped deep to help, as is the modern way with strikers, much to the chagrin of traditionalists. Charles is now out the right to O'Connor, who's got a bit of space here. O'Connor's going to try the ball into the middle. He's looking forward. It's a sliding block from Kander. Another corner for the Steelers. So Stockbridge will have another corner. It's kind of Smythe to go over to take it. Some annoyance from some of the Heaton players. I don't know what over. Looks like the Stockbridge players have lined up in a vertical line in the middle of the box. Here you go. They break into position now. Oglesby just shifted towards the far post here. He's looking for the far post. Oglesby gets the header. Bounce on the ground. Oglesby got a fun to it, but it will fall just wide. Both teams appealing for something. It will be a goal kick. Stocksbridge are starting to show some strength from their set pieces. Dunstan have doubled their lead away at Matlock Town. Nick Bellardo has scored his second. Back here to Lister, who will launch it forward. Bamira heads out to the right-hand side himself, and it looks like it will just go out for a throw-in as we get closer to the end of this first half. Wait. I think we're looking to see if they could do a quick one at first, but instead it's going to just go back to Heaton. Crisp will have this throw-in. He throws it back to Shepherd. They do push very far forward, Heaton. As they loop the ball in the box, Bamira will just head that one away. Brought down in the edge area by Walker. Gets out to the left here to Girard. That dangerous forward for the Stan. Trying to get the ball in. Faints out. Charles pulls it back. It was a bit further out, a bit deeper. Now tries to run at Charles again, and this time goes loose. Both teams will appear for it. It will be a goal kick as Stocksbridge successfully defend that one. They tried a bit of an overlap routine that didn't pay off in the end. Ashington are 2-0 up in their FA Cup game. Josh Gilchrist has scored. That's against Hordern Community Welfare. And Wickham are 1-0 down at Knaresborough Town. Will Lenihan, the scorer. Bridlington have just equalised against Penrith as well. William Marshall is scorer. As Smythe just launches one up high to the air. Spooner will try and contest. Crisp does well, heads it away. Spooner down on the ground. And there was a bit of a shove in there. Louis Ward, nothing given. And now here comes an attack forward. This could be controversial. Dale Pearson. Townsend does well. They've appealed for a penalty. Not given. It's going to go out. Will be a corner kick. Big appeals from Heaton. The manager for Heaton Stannington is raging over on that bench across from us, thinking Townsend has clattered into Pearson. The referee goes corner kick instead. Players are protesting round the referee. We are a biased Stocksbridge Park Seals commentator, so you know what we think of it. But we will say we are a distance from it. You know, you could have argued there that there was a clatter into the face of Louis Ward of Stocksbridge in the build-up. We have no VAR though in non-league football, and I think everyone here is quite happy about that. Until it comes to moments like that, I suppose, when they'd quite like it, if they think it'll go their way. Corner kick. Stocksbridge have to defend this at the end of the half. Low to the near post, flick towards the near post, and Stocksbridge just knock it back to Townsend. It was a bit risky one, but it works. Townsend jumps onto that. As we near the end of the first half. Half time at Doncaster, they're away at Stockport. It's 0-0 there. And that's all loose. Louis Ward beats his man to Canada, but then Canada just got enough onto it. Louis Ward still chased onto that loose ball as Phil just gets it back. And there will be no added time for the first half. That is it. It's 0-0 here. Both teams have big chances. Louis Ward went one-on-one with the keeper, only for an outstretched leg of Lister to block him. He couldn't do it with the second attempt either. Dunstan almost came close. Kate Wells cross-header ball almost bundled in by Jallo, and then they did have a late penalty, which the Heaton Stannington players are still protesting with the referee right now. We will see you in 15 minutes for the second half. Hello and welcome back to the Willow Park for the second half of Heaton Stannington versus Stocksbridge Park Steels in the pitching in Northern Premier League East Division. It is 0-0 here. Both teams have had some big chances, but it still remains 0-0 at the break. 45 minutes to try and get this season going in the most positive way you can for both these teams that will be looking at the top end of the table. That's how they are now. The thing about football is that you never truly know what's going to happen by the end. Can't see if there's been any substitutions ahead of the second half. As Dale Pearson stands over the ball for Heaton Stannington. And here we go. The second half begins. Heaton Stannington in the black and white striped shirts, black shorts, black socks from right to left, while Stocksbridge Park Steels in the yellow shirts, blue socks from left to right. The new kit with the Steel Vault sponsorship getting its first outing today. The Sutton throws the ball forward from the throw-in and trying to keep hold of the ball, and he does keep it. Good work from him, and then just allows the player to go through the back of him and get a free kick. Oh, it's kicked out Spooner, who then lofts it over, and it would have gone wide anyway, but the offside flag was up. Very quickly taken. We hadn't noticed it being taken. Tried an audacious goal had it come off, but it went wide and it was offside. For the free kick, which Lister will come up to take. Not a bad idea, though, I have to say. As it's back with Lister now, who will get the ball forward, head away by Charlesworth. Spooner looking to turn and will end up being tackled, and Heaton Stannington will get the ball back, and I suspect we'll get much of the same as the first half, where they like to have a lot of the ball. Crisp on the ball and just about keeps it in. He went a great touch now, Girard. He's the man who was the most dangerous player of the first half, and very clever technical on the ball, and lofts one into the middle for Pearson. It's a great ball, who lofts it over Townsend and then goes wide. Bounce on the pitch. I think it's actually quite a bumpy pitch over that goal, and I think that did not help Pearson. If it was flat, I think that would have gone in. In the end, it's bounced off the left-hand side at 6-yard area and gone wide. Lamira did look like he may have had that covered. So, ball forward. Cleared away here. This five will knock it forward to Spooner, who heads it back looking for Alex O'Connor, but Girard has won it back, and it was his ball there that created that opportunity for Pearson. Forward now and out to the right-hand side. Back in defence. Now over with Crisp. The ball goes forward, headed on. There's a good one to Pearson, tries to look in the middle. Well, if he appeals for a handball, looking for Jallow, and Townsend claims. Already probably seen some more dangerous moves from Heaton Stannington in the second half than we did the entirety of the first. Stocksbridge need to settle back down. It was a weakness last year, was coming out for the second half, and hasn't been so great so far in the first. I thought look for Spooner, head away back in the middle, and Oglesby will return that into the midfield. Lookmore will challenge, but Kander gets it away. He is in a very good performance from Kander in that midfield for Heaton. Ball forward, and he's just going to go loose and out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Well, 48.5 minutes gone. Ball launched forward, headed away, and it will be another Stocksbridge throw-in. Ball launched forward, and then it was knocked over the top. It looked at Spooner, but just went to the one Heaton player that was back there. Cleared away. Charles will look to take control. Tries to get out to the right towards Spooner. Spooner now, he's got gets a chance to go one-on-one if he can get the control. This over into a bit of a blind spot. Cross into the middle, over the top of Dunn. And he's looking for the far post, and it was Poole trying to contest that. Will be a goal kick. Could have gone half way, that decision. So ball back with the keeper Lister. And he'll take his time in and launch it forward. More open in the second half already. We'll get a look at the spin, well read by Crisp, who then will get it over to that right hand side again. It's with Phil, good little turn from him. Back into the middle into the defence. Now over looking for Gerard. Charles, but Gerard, good touch into the middle. And Cyril Gerard has been brilliant this round. It's another great ball from him. And then Bunnerthrough, but there's been a foul on Sutton there that you can tell the home fans aren't happy by. Foul from Cameron Gascoigne, as he would have had a brilliant chance if the referee had not blown his whistle. And Cyril Gerard continues to be a constant problem for this Stocksbridge defence. Townsend will get the ball back, and I think that's something John Lemon needs to think about is, right, how do you shut down Cyril Gerard? Do you need to get a man on him to make sure he never gets the ball? How do you... It all goes forward. Don't try to set it on, and Spooner's going to try and get to that, but well out by Lister. Stop Spooner from being able to create anything as it was going into the box. As again, it will be calm in the defence from Heaton as they look to pass it back from the back. Ball not forward here to Kanda. To Gerard, and again, like, he's picking up the ball and he drops deep to get it, and he can still makes it if he creates it, and he just avoids tackles by his ease. As here comes the ball down at the right side, it's just knocked over the top and out for a throw-in. And in a local scoreline in the Carabao Cup, Doncaster Rovers have taken lead against Stockport County. Alfie May is scoring. Here comes the throwing launch forward. Dunn will look to flick that on and then gets it on the second, knocks it forward one. That Spooner will chase, trying to get down that left-hand side. But it'll be tracked by Lister, is it? Well, actually, Lister had a bit of a problem there. Spooner knocked it, he's kept it in though. Again, I think there's a bit of a lip over on that left-hand side of the pitch in that corner flag we mentioned in the first, and I don't know if that helped or hindered, but he did something. As Gerard picks up the lead, but that one's been cut out by Sutton. It's a heavy touch by Sutton. Gerard just got it back. Sutton Poole tried to tackle him then, and it's switched out to left to Pearson. Into the middle to Gerard again. Lots of space for the most dangerous man in the field. Here comes Heaton coming forward. Ball clips in the box. Looking for Pearson. Charles has kept it alive for Heaton. It's a mistake from him, but then Walker's tackled, and then it will be tackled by Smythe, and Charles gets that away. Spooner's going to try and keep this in. He does get on towards Dunn, who just lets him down there, and he'll be collected away by Heaton. A lot better quality of ball going into the box from Heaton Stannington in the second half so far. West Auckland are 2-0 up on Yarman Eagles, despite being down to 10 men. Finlay O'Gorman has scored. Well, back here with Crisp. But at some point, I presume we'll pass to Walker. As that's been heavily tackled, and now here comes Louis Ward coming forward. Trying the ball here to Dunn. I think he's just overhit that, Louis Ward, and it will go back to the keeper. A good opportunity, fortunately, doesn't come to pass. Stockport County have equalised within a minute against Doncaster Rovers. Cal Wootton has scored that goal. Back in defence now here for Heaton Stannington, who also got cut out from the playing on the back. As again, trying to pass it from the defence. Heaton Stannington, patient, 65 possession in this game. Ball over the top, Jala trying to get to, but Pearson will hold it up on this left-hand side. Vermeer into his back. Left-hand side needs a bit of help. He hasn't really got it. Gerard's offering him. Pearson will go. Great sign chance for Vermeer. Will be a corner kick, though, for Heaton. Vermeer did very good against the veteran forward of Dale Pearson. So a corner kick. They caused a problem with this, the last one, before the end of the half. Stocksbridge need to defend this well. Harry Spooner's just dropping back in. Stocksbridge will have no one upfield Here comes the ball into the middle. Oglesby, good strong header away by Oglesby. Back it goes here, it's just crisp. Going to switch it over here. It's a great switch here to Gascoigne. Trying to move it on to his right. Looking for the shot. It's a good looking shot. It's down the bottom corner. Heaton Stannington have taken the lead. Cameron Gascoigne not closed down. And he's managed to find the bottom corner of the net. Townsend at full stretch.
For the afternoon for Heaton Stan. And what a goal from number 7, Cameron
Stocksbridge will need to
Gascoigne.
battle from behind if they want anything in this game. Disappointing for Seals as Townsend's having a few instructions from Chris Bamira what he wants in the next one. As Stocksbridge maybe shouldn't have brought Spooner back to defend. I think that may be, Stocksbridge are preparing a substitute, so we could see a change very soon. Very, very disappointed as Stocksbridge are now 1-0 down here. In that first 10 minutes for half, as it was last season, being a problem. And here comes through Thomas Poole, will come off. Trying to see, and it looks like he'll be replaced by Jack Dolman. So that's more pace on that left-hand side for the Steels. There's a substitute for Heaton as well, which we'll get you in a second.
More expensive than the next one.
We'll forward, and Smythe will switch it out to the left-hand side very quickly, and let's go back to Lister. So not the way Stocksbridge wants to start their season, and they want to get back to winning ways as soon as possible. It's always a problem when you get relegated. You haven't won too much in the season before. It's how do you bounce back from that and get back that winning feeling you need if you want to challenge for promotion. Ball forward is headed on, stays in. Heaton have another opportunity. Ball switch over, looks Pearson, great down headed by Bamira, and it's not that far off actually going back in. It's another corner for Stocksbridge to defend. Almost an own goal from Chris Bamira on just his second start for the Steels. Some FA Cup goals. Thornaby have taken the lead against Gisborough. But actually, first off, it's only just been updated. That's all we need to tell you at the moment. Here comes the ball in, cleared up into the air, and Dunn there. There's appeal for a penalty as it was Shepherd who went down under a challenge from Dunn, but here, the ball is still live. Jal goes to the header, cleared away by Smythe, only falls back to Girard, out to left to Pearson. Stocksbridge, all men back at the moment, really, other than Spooners. Continues attack well. Jal outside, no one there for it. Smythe will be able to follow that. Well, actually can't. It will eventually just go out for a goal kick. Bit of a shock scoreline happening. Penistone Church have taken the lead against Liversedge. Lennon O'Grady, the scorer. The ball will be with Townsend now, who will get the ball forward. Looking forward, Dunn, but head up into the air by Walker, and it will be a free kick to Heaton. So they need to just settle themselves down very, very quickly, I think, because right now the most likely goal scorer looks like it will be Heaton. Rossington Maynard down 3-0 at 1874 Northwich. Lincoln United, by the way, have took the lead against Grantham Town as well. Ball forward here. Headed on by Shepherd, and then Smythe managed to contest it. Knocked forward, and Pearson trying to hold on to Oglesby. Hell of a battle for Smythe is able to clear it away. Heaton have got Stocksbridge penned back at the moment. As the ball lofted towards the right wing. Sutton heads it forward, heading on by Ward. Dunn will contest, knocked away from him, but Roast Smythe, who lays it out through Dunn. Dunn out to the right to Harry Spooner. Harry Spooner now with a chance to get forward and look the ball across into the middle. Just knocked out. We will be out for a Steels corner. Harry Spooner on the right doing what he does, getting down there and trying to put a cross in, something Stockbridge really didn't do last year. opportunity from this right-hand side. They did look good from the set pieces in the first half. Can they make a goal out of them now? Ball movement is here, comes it into the... Yeah, it's easy for Lister to claim. Kind of smile for the one who's taking that corner with ball now off the pitch. I suspect we'll see if this scoreline continues, we might see the likes of Reece Clegg come on and Matty Lee. As Heaton Stannington, now they're ahead, they will be rewarded for this patient style of play. Senior Stocksbridge will need to be a bit more aggressive. I'm sure that's what they would like to learn into. A Spoon just can't keep that under control, goes out for a Heaton throw. It's Capewell who's gone off for Milburn, who's replaced him. That was the Heaton substitution earlier. All forward, Bamira will hit O'Connor, then flicks it on, looking for Dunn, but headed back in the middle, Giroud, who's got loads of space, and again he's going to run at it. O'Connor trying to chase. Giroud takes a shot, takes a deflection, and it bundles in the deflection as Outfox Townsend, and it's 2-0 to Heaton.
Second goal of the afternoon for Heaton Stan. Scored by number 10.
And he's been the most dangerous man on the pitch. Cyril Giroud has got it. And it took a deflection from the block, and it's 2-0 to Heaton Stannington, and the Stocksbridge have a lot to do. And this season is not starting well for Stocksbridge. Ball back now with Sutton, gets it out to the left. They're pushing the back on Dolman. Dolman looking at the referee, but nothing will be given. Stocksbridge look like they're going to make another substitution shortly. On the right hand side now. All forward, so trying to win it back, then flick forward. Willsby trying it, head backwards, and he does. Bamira will collect in the end. No, just clears it out. Stocksbridge, since conceding the goal, have looked poor. That's the first goal.
First aiders present this afternoon. Please make your way over to the main stand, please. Thank you.
Ball on the right, and Ward wins that. He's been forced back into his own box, back to Sutton, who launches that away. Away, and then head forward by Dorman. Dunn holding it up. Back it goes. It's Poole who gets it forward, then back in the defence. Stokes trying to get to it. Dorman just lost track of it, trying to get through with the ball now, and ends up bouncing back here to Ward. It's all forward here to Dunn. Offside flag goes up as he looked like he was about to break into the box. It's just disappointing for Stocksbridge. As Liversidge have equalised against Penistone Church minutes after going behind. Anthony Brown, the goal scorer, and Bridlington now ahead against Penrith. Ifanye Nyanya, the goal scorer. Oh, that's forward, and then they'll end up going out to play. Stocksbridge will have the throw in. The Steelers fans want to still have some hope. The last time Stocksbridge came from 2 goals behind to win a game was on opening day 2 years ago, when away at Bishop Auckland, who were 2-0 down after goals in the second half. It was a last-minute winner from Alex Phillipson. That's a very dramatic victory that day at Heritage Park. So for the Steelers fans to try and cling on to in this, because they have. Heaton have a throw in high up the pitch. On the basis of this performance, Heaton Stannington proving that they're not just going to be a one-season wonder in terms of their performance last year, where they got close to the playoffs. The ball goes into the box, and Bamira there, very awkward clear as it goes out for a corner. Charles was looking a bit frustrated, because if that had been left, I think he could have got that away. Another corner which Stocksbridge have not really done particularly well in defending. I think Looks like Reece Clegg might be warming up on the sideline. Stocksbridge. Ball goes to the far post, just dangles over the top of Shepherd, who now has it on the left-hand side. Bamira just following him. He's trying to just knock it off. Shepherd gets it into the middle here too. Connor, and then it's a great job by Smythe, who robs it and clears, but only back to Gerard, and that's not the man you want it to fall to. Being closed down by Spooner. Gerard is just running backwards at the moment, back into defence and Phil. And back it goes here to the goalkeeper, Lister, who launches it forward. It skews right, and it will go out for a throw-in. Handsworth have gone 1-0 down in their FA Cup tie. Prestwich Hay, he's as Robert Worrell the scorer. Bishop Auckland 3-2 up on Berkeley Town. Dane Berlace the scorer.
Substitution for
Reece Clegg is
Stocksbridge
making his way on. And Will Sutton will be heading off with Reece Clegg coming on. They've lost the ball in attack. They've not actually had an attack since going one behind, never mind two behind. As they've won the ball back here, laid into the middle to Ward. Nice pass to O'Connor. It's out wide to Charles. If Spooner's pulled wide, but Charles will go on his own for now. Looking for an option. Charles is going to put the cross in himself. Look in the middle. It bounces before Lister. Does claim what we've done. Almost getting on the end of it. Ball going forward here. Oglesby, good strong header away, going to Dunn, who flicks it on. And I wonder, I feel like they should have committed to that, in my opinion, because I think it took a bounce on the uneven ground in this stadium and slowed down a bit. Clegg will force him to pick it up, though. Stocksbridge have gone to a 3-5-2 as they chase away back into the game. Oh, launch forward. Bamiri keeps going now. Jallo just brought it down well. Look forward here. Here, O'Connor takes a shot. Well palmed away by Townsend, and it will be a corner. Stocksbridge is looking particularly poor at the back at the moment. Another corner of the Seals to defend. So another corner for Stocksbridge on this right hand side. Here comes ball in the middle. Bounce to Everard. Falls it to Milburn, who air kicks it. But there's still a chance. Here comes a shot blocked by Bamira. Shot coming from Walker. Will be another corner for Heaton Stannington. 67 minutes gone. Heaton do look most likely to score the next goal still. So here comes a corner. Will be coming from this left-hand side here, closest to us. Good options. Charles, I think the referee here having some words together. Our referee Neil Templey, who I think has refereeing to a good standard. Having stopped to deal with any complaints about the referee in this game. We've gone to Neil Post. It's a good one. And Jallo, I don't know how that didn't end up in the back of the net. He gets to the volley first and just slams it wide. A let-off for Stocksbridge. That would have killed this game off good and proper. Jallo's had a good record against Stocksbridge in the past and almost got another one then. Out with Townsend. Ball going forward. Headed up into the air by Heaton, and Smythe will get out to left, but no one's there for it. And Stocksbridge just don't look like they have much of a plan at the moment as it goes back to Lister, who it's a good kick. Well, it gets caught him in the air, that kick. It's a good header away. Stocksbridge will go out for a Heaton throwing. Ward with the header. We do think about what had Ward chance in that first half, but it was one-on-one with the keeper. How different would it have been if he'd been able to take it? That was Dolman for the throw-in. Stocksbridge got it back. Launch outfield looking for Dunn. Head up into the air, and it's going to go behind. Will be a throw-in right next to the corner flag. Almost ended up in the little trailer behind the goal. If you remember, Heaton Stannington, there is a car park. It's literally, basically the car park is the stand to the right of us. There's a van with a little fenced-off trailer. It's going to be a long throw from Connor Smythe, and Stocksbridge look for a way back into this. Here comes the long throw into the middle, headed away, but Smythe will be the first to it. Wants to get it onto his favoured foot. He gets it on the right into the middle, with a strong head away. Falls to Bamira, bounce away, goes here to Ward. Ward left shot over the bar. Actually took a deflection, will be a corner kick. Wanted that on his favoured left. It will be a corner. Be a short corner, Smythe, then back to O'Connor. I think the plan has worked here because they've been closed down very quickly. Back to O'Connor now. Smythe gets on the ball, moves it onto his right. He's got two men round him, goes down, no foul given, and now there's a chance for a counter attack here. And Gerard trying. There was an attempt at a foul from Oglesby. It's not happened, and here comes Gerard looking for Jallo. It's a low pass, and as Gerard still cut. And here comes Jallo wide. Good counter attack. I think Gerard's pass is coming a bit too slow for Jallo in the end, and that's what I thought could get players back. I'm surprised that no one has gone to book Charlie Oglesby for the attempt at a foul, which I think would have been a fair decision. Ball forward, and we'll just go out for a throw-in. Ball will be knocked forward here. It's not in the air, and then Dunn will look to take it, and out to the right to Charlesworth. Going forward into the middle to Clegg. He's then looking for the shot. Good tackle going in on him, and the player block goes forward. O'Connor will get it. Back to right to Charlesworth. He's going to put a cross in. Charlesworth looking for Dunn, who can't get to it. It will be a goal kick. It came off Dunn last. I think there is a player down injured for Stocksbridge. I think that is Romario Dunn, who is struggling back up. Liversidge have taken lead now against Penistone. Ben Atkinson has scored from the spot. And well, that game that we should be playing on Tuesday might not be happening. Ben Sampson has equalised for North Shields against Consett. 17 minutes to go in that game. The Consett were facing on Tuesday. Pearson laying it off to the left. This could be a game killer if Heaton can pull this off as Gerard, who runs at the defence. Lofter pass to the far. It's a great ball. Falls here. Shot into the middle. No one there to put it in. Gerard gets it back on the left wing. Cross to the far side. Brought down, and then it will go out for a goal kick. Could have been free. West Auckland were 2-0 up on Yarman Eaglescliff with 10 minutes. Now 2-2 there. And if anyone interested, it's 0-0 at Sheffield Wednesday versus Bolton. Still, after 66 minutes there. Where it's 73 minutes here, as Dunn heads it on, no one can get to it. But out to the right wing, and Clegg will challenge that. So the low ball goes towards Gerard here. Charles gets a tackle and will go out for a throw in. Ball thrown forward, head on by Jallo, who's been a handful. Smythe gets away, blocked by Jallo, loose into the middle. Heaton on the ball now, back out to left to Crisp. Going forward, and good, well-timed tackle though from Charlesworth. Gets away now. Ward flicks over the top, looking for Dunn. It looks like it's covered here, and Lister will get it at the edge of the box. He didn't take a touch to the defender, so no pass back. By the way, that Cheadle Town Wythenshawe Town game, that the winner will face us in the preliminary round of the FA Cup. Cheadle now winning 2-0, so it does look like Cheadle will be making the visit to Brecon Moor. Back here for Dolman, who just launches that one, will go out for a throw-in. And here comes, making his senior debut for Stocksbridge, Matty Lee. One coming from the reserves. He's going to replace Connor Smythe. Part of our pathway system. Played in the under-18s team that went invincible a few years ago. And then being a regular for the reserves, had a dual reg with Pennington Church last year.
Replaced by number 14, Heaton Hopper.
Heaton Hopper has just come on here for Heaton as well. Stocksbridge throwing everything at this with the winger Matty Lee coming on. As O'Connor will hit the ball. It goes to Matty Lee, who makes his first few touches, out to Oglesby, who hits the ball forward. Well, top and Dunn will chase this. Lister has to take the first touch, and it will go out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Matty Lee is the man on the ball at the moment. Puts a dynamite of a ball in, but Lister will claim it. More of that from Lee will be wanted for the last 15 of this game. So we're going to look to try and do anything to get back into this. Although it looks like Gerard might have gone off, which is good news for Stocksbridge. Pearson is holding the ball up really, really well here. Turns, and it's a weak shot in the end. There's a goal from Hillsborough, as Jamal Lowe has scored for Sheffield Wednesday to put them in the lead against Bolton Wanderers. How's this now? It's a good ball here from Hopper. Goes back, but it was just end up being intercepted, and back to Towns it goes. Looking for Spooner, who was hoping for the dramatic ball, but it didn't go. Now here come Heaton coming forward. Spooner back to defend as Crisp here. Let's shoot by one fan in the crowd to the left of us. Back out the left here to Hopper. Ball into the middle, and Ward can't get to that, and Heaton will keep the ball and keep this attack going. Crisp. Low one here, appeals for an offside. It wasn't offside. As Hopper continues to have it back here with Walker. This will be what Heaton want, a patient attack. Back into the midfield to Kanda. And then he's been harassed by Matty Lee, who got a foot in there, and it will go out. It will be a Heaton throw. And the throw into the middle, and Lou Ward got tackled in, but then Paul by Spooner gave it here to Hopper. It's a weak curling shot in the end that will go wide. Campion of equalised against Frickley, Ben Grech Brooksbank scorer. Charles was just trying to win out of the ball, loop back to him. So it will go back to Townsend. He's going to have pressure from Jallo. It's a well hit though from Townsend. He's looking for Clegg or Dunn, and anyway, but back to Matty Lee. It falls, and Matty Lee just can't get through. He's got a foul though, Matty Lee. Not happy are the Heaton fans about that. Stocksbridge have a chance to get a ball into the box here. Through a free kick that I wouldn't have personally given, if I'm being honest. Mike O'Connor, the man sending the ball. Stocksbridge have sent plenty up front for this. O'Connor looping ball into the middle, clear to the edge of the area. Back it goes here to Matty Lee. Trying to turn out trouble. He's turned well. Back it goes to Alex O'Connor with a bit of space here. He'll lay out right to Harry Spooner. Looking for a cross in here. But looks blocked and looped away. Clegg trying to get the touch out to the left here. Takes the effort wide of the near post. Stocksbridge. Probably think Stocksbridge's first real attempt in the second half. There isn't really many more attacking options on the bench for Stocksbridge. Collebeck and Finley Dye more defensive options. As Dolman just turns the ball forward, Clegg's going to look to challenge for this. It came off him. Dunn has a chance here, just knocked away from him at the last moment. Big opportunity for Stocksbridge. Good defending from Heaton in the end. Redcar 2-0 up on Newcastle Benfield in the FA Cup. Joshua Duffield the scorer. And Easington have got one back against Mangotsfield United. Charlie Pye the scorer. Just have a stoppage in play at the moment. Because it looks like we are having a hydration break and it's not being booed. Boo! There we go. Football commentary is really like Panther when it's in non-league. I think for quite warm weather like today, you can understand it. Also, Heaton can't get any TV adverts on this, so no real points otherwise. Ball along from Heaton, the game restarts. Goes out for a throw-in. Some good footwork from the Heaton manager over there as he controlled it on the sideline. Ball launched for Dunn, will head it on and then flick forward. And Dunn was trying to get to it, but it went down as it's cleared away. And it goes at Charles Earth, heads behind, and Jallo trying to cause a problem, but Ogilvie gets it way forward. Matty Lee, really smart header on from Matty Lee. The 5'7" winger climbing higher than everyone on that occasion. It goes back to the goalkeeper in the end, though. Forward, Charles is going to contest, headed forward, but will just go out for a throw-in. Stocksbridge have 9 minutes plus whatever added on to get something out of this. But it does look like at the moment the Steels are heading to an opening day defeat. It's actually been a long time since Stocksbridge lost on opening day. As Charles will just knock it back to Townsend here. Launch forward from him, looking for Dunn, headed backwards, and it will just go back to goal and edge. Chris there just fell over, and Lee's getting involved as well. And Stocksbridge got it on the right side before it is cleared. Charles headed back, but that's just going to go to Dale Pearson, and this. Can Heaton try and kill this off? No, good interception by Oglesby, and now here comes Louis Ward. Out to Matty Lee. Running down the right wing. Cutting inside, and to O'Connor, back to Charlesworth. With options in the middle to Lee. Running at his man, trying to get down that right hand side at the moment. Looking for that cross in. It looks like they've got it to the edge of the area. Matty Lee keeps the ball to backside challenge. O'Connor, first time ball into the middle, and Dolman gets underneath the header. And out he goes for a goal kick. So here comes a substitute here for Stocksbridge.
Heaton Stannington going off is number 11, Sergio Jallo.
Sergio Jallo back to head off for Heaton Stannington.
It's
Mario Dunn is heading off for Ollie Metcalf. I think Dunn's just been struggling with a bit of an injury, and Metcalf will replace him. Oh, forward will go over the top, and we'll just go out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Forward, headed into the middle. O'Connor will control out here to Charles. Off now, Ide here looking for Spooner. He's on the edge of the box here, being blocked off from any sort of shot. Gets out to the right. Just needs to cross. Charlesworth now putting the ball in blocked. Right, both teams up here for it. Will be a goal kick. Time ticking away for the Steels. Yes, Stocksbridge. Last time Stocksbridge lost on opening day was back in 2018. 4-2 loss at home to Stamford. The leading sides in Lincolnshire. And we are heading to another defeat today as Barnsley have equalised against Wigan. Cameron McGeehan, the goal scorer. Shildon winning 4-0 against Blythetown as well. Alfie Steele. A few former Blythetown players here for Heaton Stannington today. As Donman's won a bit all really well here. Going forward with a bit of pace, trying to get back, but then robbed of the ball by one man who scored the only goal, Gascoigne. Lister ends up booming that ball right. Our player, the ball goes back to him. Stocksbridge still suffering then seemingly from some of the old problems, struggling to score and take advantage when they have the opportunities on top. And Matty Lee just shields the ball well. Clegg trying to turn and shoot, knocked away from him. Matty Lee, big crunching tackle from Matty Lee. It's a fair one though according to the ref as Bamira gets out to Charleser. Lee's moving into the box, out to the right hand side it goes. Spooner trying to find a cross in. Puts the ball in, looking for O'Connor. He's forced out to the right, got two men on him, O'Connor. He's not really got any chance to win, and then well, a smart play from the Heaton defender who goes down under a light challenge to get a free kick. That's still veteran defending, by the way. Five to go in this one. So, Townsend's not happy with the positioning of the free kick.
Substitutions for Heaton Stan going off. Number 7, Cameron Gascoigne.
The other goal, so Gascoigne is about to head off.
And number 8, Connor Walker.
So Connor Walker 2.
Replaced by number 15, Max Story. And number 17, Thomas Boothroyd.
So that's Story and Boothroyd coming on. Means that the early substitution was Kane Morris coming on for Jallow. As Heaton just looked to see this out with little drama. Ball head away and Lee looking over the top, looking for Ward in this. The touch from Ward goes loose. Lister, he'll keep it in with a bit of a diving save. But he didn't really do that yet. Which I think must not have picked up fully the first time because he did leave it for pressure to come. All going long and Spooner misses that, but Charles will get it. Took a knock off. And Morris there, but we'll go out for a throw in. Middle to O'Connor, back to Charles, who sends it over the top, headed away into the middle. Matty Lee trying to shield him, he's just being hustled out there though. Here comes ball forward, it's a heavy ball, but Pearson will get it on the left wing. Heels for offside, we're not given. Back it goes to Story, cross into the middle, good cross, good head away by Oglesby. Headed up into the air, Ward loses complete track of it. O'Connor's the one who heads it out, but it falls to Kander, picks it out to Pearson. Heels for offside, not given, but it's not an offside either. Ball in the middle, bit over the top from Kane Morris. Could have been, game could have been over then.
Well, I think that was his first touch, I think it was.
Ball going long here. Forward, headed out, but then returned by Metcalf. Clegg beats a man there as he goes on the halfway line. Another good touch by Clegg, lays off again and gets it back. Clegg continuing to go forward. Then back looking for Matty Lee, but then the tackle goes in. Matty Lee will get it back. Clegg going down under a challenge. Forward to Clegg, bounced up on him. Tried to get past forward, blocked, ends another one forward. Forward to O'Connor, and this offside flag is up. Just not been a good day for Stocksbridge. And it doesn't look like they'll get to a quicker rebound at the moment because it's 1-1 at Consett and North Shields. Hands up are losing 2-0 at home to Prestwich Hayes now. Bryson Appleton has scored and Liversidge winning 3-1 against Penistone Church.
We just haven't got an incisive forward, have we?
Goes forward, Pearson knocked down well, but Mahima gets onto it. He's going to move on to the left-hand side. Stocksbridge unable to get it away quickly at the moment. They loop it forward, looking for Ward, but good strong header away. Well, left side, Donald trying to get onto it, and it's Matty Lee who goes into the tackle. It knocked out. Both teams feel for it. Will go as a Heaton throw. Ball thrown forward as Heaton look to close this one out. We are 1 minute of normal time to go as Bamiria clears. headed into the midfield, and Alex O'Connor getting his shirt. Good pull there. That shirt is available for sale if that player wants it so madly. Out to the right to Spooner, and if you can get the cross in now, there'll be a good opportunity. Just being held up on that right-hand side. Stocksbridge trying to make some space. Back out it goes to Charlesworth. He's thinking about looping it in, but he's going to just run forward. Out to the right here. Charles wanted it back, but being blocked off. Here comes the cross to the far post. Lister will claim.
There's nobody on there. Nobody was asking you.
Second half performance for Stocksbridge has just not been on it today. Blythe have got one back in Shield and Adam Johnson the scorer. As Storming on it, getting the ball forward, but no one's there for it. He's the one that would need to be on the end of those sort of balls. Out for a goal kick. We are into added time. We can't see how much we've been given. I presume about 4 or 5. We haven't really had any lengthy stoppages. Ball going forward here and headed away, and Ward tries to knock it on, but no one's there for it. Clegg is challenged, obviously Clegg on his own now. We've done having gone off for Metcalf. As Charles will get away. I haven't seen Oglesby go up front yet, really. Spooner's brought it down really well. Out to the right to Alex O'Connor. Back to Charlesworth. Out to Matty Lee, and challenge goes in and back. Nothing given for that. So they try to press some mistake out of him, but it's not happened on that occasion. And Heaton looking to get the ball out here well. We're going to put pressure on this Heaton defence now as this game just ticks away, and I think any chance of a result is going here. Hopefully drove a free kick though, inside the Heaton half. Alex O'Connor's going to have to take it. Townsend's sending instructions up. So can Stocksbridge maybe get one back and maybe cause a bit of tension in that Heaton defence for the last couple of minutes. Comes the ball across far hand side. Heaton get the first header onto it. Goes to left hand side. Bamira onto it first. Trying to turn his way into it. He wants to get a decent cross in, but hasn't really got the space to do so. Here comes across from Bamira. Look at the far post. No one's at the far post. And he just bounces away and over for a goal kick. And Stocksbridge head for their first opening day defeat in 2018 at the moment. 2 minutes of added time already gone. Ball going long here. Matterley and Metcalf going to challenge that. Metcalf wins that header out to Dahlman, who's tried the long range one, but it's well wide in the end. Would have been on the highlight reels if they pulled that off. And that is it. Steels have lost their first opening day since 2018. A 2-0 loss away here at Heaton Stannington. 2 goals in the second half, both from outside the box. A great effort from Cameron Gascoigne, which fell in the bottom corner, while later on, after Stockbridge struggled under pressure, a deflected effort from Cyril Girard, the star man today, outfoxed Townsend and found its way into the back of the net. It's a disappointing start for the Steels, who will be unlikely to play on Tuesday night, as it's currently 1-1 there at Consett. We will confirm that later on, but it is 2-0 loss to Stockbridge today. Thank you very much for everyone who's been listening. We will see you most likely on Saturday, as we have Ashington at Brecon Moor, but maybe still at Consett. We'll soon see. Thank you very much and good night.